A great way to make zombie wounds is to use my homemade gelatin prosthetic. It's a pretty easy concoction. You can make it home, and I do have a video on how to make it yourself. Link is in the bio. The important thing to note here is that you want to let this cool down enough that it's still runny enough and starting to kind of glob together, but that it won't burn your skin. So it's very important that you patch test this prior to applying to your skin. Now, as you can see here, you can apply this really anywhere in the body, on your sides, face, shoulders, neck, just about anywhere that's going to be visible that you want the wound. Just keep in mind that this is not quite as permanent, I would say. Oftentimes, if you put this around your mouth where there's going to be a lot of movement, it'll start to peel up eventually. Now, what I'm doing here is actually setting this with a translucent powder. It's really important to do this just to make sure that it's not going to stick to things, since it is homemade gelatin, it's not perfect. This translucent powder is going to prevent it from actually sticking to anything else. What I'm applying here is probably my favorite zombie makeup product ever. It is a cream-based makeup called Dead Flesh by Woodgie, and you can usually get it at most Halloween stores the closer you get to Halloween. It's a great kind of gray flesh tone, so it still kind of has that human aspect, but takes out a lot of the life, you could say. And I almost use this exclusively as my base for all of my zombie looks. I also like that it's a cream-based makeup. It's really easy to kind of pat over some of these distorted shapes that you can kind of see coming out on my shoulder there. For this part, you can use any black makeup that you have, whether it's a grease paint, cream paint, or a water-based paint. All of those will work, and you want to use that to emphasize all of the divots and crevices that you have added to your wound. So every place that there's a dip or crevice or a kind of gouge in the makeup you've applied, go ahead and fill that in with black. And then go over it with red to kind of give it that really irritated and torn up look and more of a highlight. Now with my looks, I also like to take it a little bit further and use stippling. So a stipple sponge, dipping it in both the red and the black paint to kind of bring some of that diseased irritation look around the skin. It's more natural, I think, to use the stippling method. And then I also often like to add more of the kind of rotted colors, you could say. So some of those like pea greens, mustard yellow, purples, things like that. And for that, I usually use my Ben Nye bruise wheel. However, there are some great opportunities at many Halloween stores where they've got cream-based palettes that are very specific for that type of look. Once you finish the base of the makeup, go ahead and add fake blood on top, and it's really going to give it that nice glistening look. Now this is a nice close-up to give you an idea of just how much texture you can get with the gelatin, especially the more you let it cool down, the more globby it's going to get. And when it comes to zombie makeup, that is awesome. The more, the better. Again, just another reason that I love using this prosthetic gelatin more than actual applied prosthetics is because you get so much more of a natural edge to these. It's applied almost directly to your skin, and therefore you don't really have those hard edges and lines. It also works really well with your body. As you can see here, it moves quite well with the area it's applied. There you go. A really simple and easy way to create wound makeup on any part of your body using some really simple products. The link to the video on how to make this prosthetic gelatin is in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.